Hi, my name is Kaz. Welcome to my mind and body class this lovely Thursday morning. We obviously work here with our parks at Christchurch University to bring you 7 classes a week. You only need a mat. You don't need any socks on, so you can take your socks off. And we're going to get started. We're going to start on the floor in our child's pose. Really nice, chilled start to our class this morning. So come down to your mat. Knees hip width apart. Top of the feet on the floor, forehead on the mat, and your arms stretched out in front of you. Try and take your fingertips as far forward as you possibly can. As far as possible. Really reach. So we get a really nice stretch along the side of our body. We work those shoulders. And stay here. Take a really nice deep breath. Remember to push your tummy out. We've got to make room for the air in our lungs. Move all the other organs out of the way. And I just want you to come up into your all fours. So all we do is we put our weight onto our hands, onto our knees, and we sit back. Sit back into your child's pose. Come on up. Give it a nice little stretch. Bring your weight over your wrists. Bring your weight over your wrists. So we put a little bit of strength into those wrists and come back. Now you might want to open your legs a bit wide, a really nice wide child's pose here. We're going to come up, come forward. Bring your body over your hands. It's not very often I say this, but we're putting some pressure on those wrists. We want to work those. Bring it back onto your bottom. One more time. And all I want you to do is curl your toes under and push back into your downward facing dog. So, downward facing dog. Let's nail this move. So have a little check. Our fingertips and our toes are facing forward. We've got our ears either side of our biceps. We've got those heels as close to the floor if we can. And we want to push our chest towards our thighs. So have a little think. What she just said, chest towards the thighs. So we get a really deep hamstring stretch. And I want you to walk your feet. So all you do is heel down, heel up, heel down, heel up. Each time aiming to get that heel as close to the floor as possible. We've been here a while. So if you need to come down and get back up again, do so. It's strengthen the wrists and the shoulders this morning. Heel down, heel up. Walk your feet into your hands. Walk your feet into your hands. We're in a nice little fold. We're here in our nice little fold. And here's where the twisting starts. So take your right elbow onto your left knee if you can. Bring your hands into your prayer position. We're there. Marvelous. What we want to try and do here is straighten up those legs. Straighten up those legs for me. Oh, hamstring stretch. So we are in a nice deep fold. Come back to your fold. Fingertips on the floor. Fingertips on the floor. Push your chest into your thighs. Try and squeeze yourself in half. Maybe straighten those legs more. It's up to you. It's what you want to do today. Work those hamstrings. Take your left elbow onto your right knee. Hands to your prayer position. Turn your chest to face that side and try and straighten your legs for me. Try and straighten those legs for me as much as you possibly can. If you're like, no, I can't do that today, then just push it as much as you can for me. Awesome. Come back down to your fold. Squeeze the back of your calves. So you bring your chest right in. I want to squeeze. So you're almost in half. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. This is an intense fold. Hang your head heavy. Reach on up into our extended mountain pose. Fingertips to the ceiling. Shoulders relaxed. We're going to take our right arm over to the left. Nice little side bend. Here. Reach it up, other side. Right over. Feel the stretch. Stretch and twist is what we're working today. Reach up, both arms, fingertips to the ceiling. Take your arms behind your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Open your chest. Stretch that chest open. Fingertips to the ceiling. We're going to do our sun salutations. Let's warm up a little bit. So all we do is we fold. We fold. Bring our arms really nice and wide. Open them and fold back in half. You're going to take your right foot back straight away, left foot into your downward facing dog. Roll through to your plank. Remember our roll. We lift our bottom high. We lift our back high. We distribute our weight nice and evenly. Shoulders over your wrists. Knees down. Squeeze your elbows in. Halfway down, push up to our upward facing dog. So our thighs are off the floor for here. Curl your toes. Push back into your downward facing dog. Bring your right foot in towards your hands. And we're going to open up here. So you're going to turn your left foot out to 90 degrees. So that back foot out to 90 degrees. Rise on up into our warrior two position. So we can do that slowly. So from here, from our lunge, all we've done is we've turned that back foot out. We've risen up. We've got our palms facing down. That front knee hasn't moved. It's been from the lunge, bent. Windmill your hands back. Either side of that front foot. Hop that back leg in. Rise up. Get ready to fold. We're going to keep our hands in our prayer position this time. And I want you to roll down, roll down, roll down, roll down. We're going to take our left foot back and it's going to be joined by the right straight away into our downward facing dog. We roll through to our plank. This time, knees down straight away. Push back into your child's pose. Push back into your child's pose. And all I want you to do is strike your cobra. So we take our elbows out. We bring our chest as close to the floor, bottom high and up, down, upward facing dog. So our thighs are off the floor. Push back. Downward facing dog. Left foot comes in between our hands. That back foot is out. We rise up. We're in our extended warrior two. Yeah? So I'm mixing it up today with lots of changes. Windmill them back. Back foot in. Same sequence. A little bit more to think about. Rise up. Extend your mountain. Roll down, keeping our hands in our prayer position. Roll down. Right foot comes back. Left foot comes back. Downward facing dog. Bring your knees to the floor. Sit back in our child's pose. Strike your cobra. Imagine as if you're coming underneath an army mat. So you bring your head down, your chest down, elbows wide, lift up into our upward facing dog. Thighs off the floor. Thighs off the floor. There we go. Push back, downward facing dog. Right foot comes between our hands. We walk the left one in. We rise up. We do it one more time on the left side. Fingertips to the ceiling. Make all these really, really stretch, yeah? We fold. We stretch those hamstrings by keeping those legs straight. Left foot goes back. Right foot goes back straight away into that downward facing dog. Knees come down, back into our child's pose. Stretch those arms in front, ready to strike. Chest forwards, up into our upward facing dog. Reach, stretch, push back. Our downward facing dog. Our left foot comes between our hands. Walk your right foot in. And we come up to extend our mountain. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, we're going to do some really nice twisted folds. So we're going to start with a really nice wide fold. Then we're going to move on to a pyramid. Don't do that very often, I don't think. So, toes facing forward. Toes facing forward. Nice and wide. If you want to gauge how wide we can get our legs, take your hands out to the side and try and get your hand underneath your wrist. There's a really nice way to get a nice wide stance. We got that nailed? Yeah. So all I want you to do is we're going to tip from the hip. So you are literally going to fold yourself in half. This is a wide fold. We come down, tip from the hip. You can bring your hands to the floor. We can have a little bend in the knee, a teeny tiny little bend in the knee. Otherwise, we push back and we work our hamstrings. Here's where the twist comes in. Keep your right palm on the floor. There's all the pressure. You're going to lift your left arm up and face the left, open. So we can have our fingertips on the floor. We could be up here a little bit if you can't get down, yeah? Or we could widen our legs. It's what your body's letting you do. Come back. Left palm on the floor. Left fingertips. It's entirely up to you. You open out your chest. Rise your right arm up. Face the ceiling. Open it out nice and wide. Okay. We're ready to make it a little bit harder if we're there this morning. Widen out your stance. Bit wider. And see if we can get our elbows to the floor. This will depend on if you are flexible. If you are feeling a bit stiff today, carry on doing what you were doing before, but elbows down if you're with me. And I want you to keep that right elbow on the floor and open out. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. If we're here, if we're not, it doesn't matter. There's no wrong move. Come back to your center. Keep your left elbow on the floor. Open up to the right. Can't do that, Kaz. I want you to be able to do what your body's letting you do this morning. Yeah, if this is not it, this is not it. Come back to your center. Bring it up. Walk your feet in. Walk your feet in. Just a little bit. And come up. Oh, feels nice. If you think, oh, I didn't actually get to do that. Yeah, it's work in progress. That's what we call it. We're going to do our triangle pose. So our triangle pose is the same feet as our warrior 2. So we take our right foot to face the front. Take the right foot to face the front. This left foot, our toes are still facing forward. It hasn't changed. It's at a 90-degree angle on a clock. With a triangle, what's different between that and the warrior 2? This is our warrior 2 with our bent knee. We have nice straight legs. Our arms are out wide. There is your triangle. Extend the triangle by shifting our weight forward to that leg that's facing forward. And your option here, take your hand on your shin and reach your arm up. So think about everything that's creating a triangle. So this here is creating a triangle. You touching your shin, we've got a nice little triangle going on there. Option, take your hand away, is an option. Bending the knee if you need it. Come on up. Come on up. Marvelous. Now, just turn your feet to face the other side. So all we do is we take that one that way We turn this one in. Easy. That's all we've had to do. We haven't really had to move at all. We get ready to shift our weight. Shift. Straight away, the hand can come just the other side of the leg rather than even touching the shin. Remember, there can be a little bend in the knee, but we don't want it too much, or we're here in our extended warrior two. We want a straight leg if we can. Open out your chest. Eye gaze up so that we know we're really opening our chest. And come on up, back to your center. So we're going to try a pyramid, okay? Those of you that aren't able to do our pyramid, go down as far as you possibly can. So all I want you to do, keep your feet where they are, and then get ready to turn your back foot, so that one that was at a quarter to, towards the front, towards a more of a warrior one leg pose. So it's off to a 5 past on the clock. So we've still got that front leg straight and facing forward. This back leg now, it's coming into a 5 past on the clock. Yeah? If you want to make it hard, you can bring both your toes to face the front. So keep nice and straight. Everything's proper straight. Otherwise, just out a little bit. And all I want you to do is we tip, and we bring our chest as close to our thigh as we can. There is our pyramid pose. Straight legs. These toes can both be facing forward. It depends on what flexibility you've got in your hamstrings this morning. Bring it up. Oh, we're going to turn our feet to do it the other side. So remember, your option, take both feet to face the front, or a little bit easier if we've got a little bit less flexibility, off to a 5-2 on the clock now. Tip forward. So I don't want you to reach forward. You tip forward and you bring your chest as close to your shin as you can. We can keep our hands on our shin. Depending on how far you get down, you can bring your fingertips to the floor. Stretch those legs, tiny little bend in the knee if you need it. Bring it up. We're going to go back to the other side. Back to the other side. And I'm going to show you our twist. So all we've done, I've had to turn around because then I can face you. I like to see your faces. That's why you put your cameras on, right? So we're doing it back on the other side. I'm staying the same way because I've turned around. So all I want you to do is come back into our pyramid. We're going to twist. Come back to your pyramid. And I want you to take your right elbow and try and bring it onto that left knee. Try and bring it onto that left knee. This is going to require balance. So if you don't want to watch me, because if I wobble, you'll wobble too. Right elbow onto that knee, hand in your prayer position. This is our twisted pyramid. So that front leg, is where you should be facing now. We've turned to face that front leg. Yeah? And we've twisted right into it. If you twist the other way, that's still an option. It's the pregnancy option, but it's still an option. Let's get up and we'll do it the other side. So we set everything up back into our pyramid. Toes are facing forward. We tip. We tip. This time we take the opposite elbow onto that leg at the front. Hands to your heart center in that prayer position. This requires balance. Try and focus if you can to the side. If not, keep your eye gaze down. Keep your eye gaze down. Yeah, there's a little bit more of stability with your eyes down. Oh, feel the stretch in your quads. Come on up. In your glutes, sorry, in your bum cheeks. Come on up. Very nice. We're going to get down mid and then we're going to sit on the floor. So come to your knees. Come to your knees. Another little twist. A lunge. Right foot forward. Right foot forward. In our kneeling lunge. So your right foot's forward. Your right leg's forward. Take your left elbow onto your right knee. Hands to your heart center. And I want you to push your hands right into the center of your chest. Oh, that's a real stretch there, Kaz. Yes, that's what we want. We want the twist. We want the stretch. Push, open, open, open. Come back. Sit your bottom back into a hamstring stretch. So you could be sitting right down on your heel. Again, this will be flexibility, but we keep our hips parallel. If you're up here, and that's as far as you're going to get down, that's as far as we're going to go down. But feel the stretch underneath that knee, under that thigh. That's where our hamstring is. Swap your legs over. Swap your legs over. So we're back in that lunge, that kneeling lunge. You can always get a little bit of cushion under our knees if they hurt. Take your right elbow onto your left knee. Hands to your heart center. And push your hands as close to your center as you can. That's going to get you your twist. That's going to get your twist. Twist, twist, twist. Super. Come down to your seated. Seated. Oh, my knees hurt today. So I want you to take your right leg onto your left knee. So we are probably going to tangle ourselves up, twist ourselves up. So we're here in our cross leg position almost. We bring up and we take it over our knee. Take it over your knee. There we go. If you like, I can't do that, Kaz. I'm just going to stay here. That's fine. We are going to twist here as well. So hug your knee. Hug your knee. You've got your knee to your chest. Hug it in even more. If we're here, take your opposite hand to your knee. If you're here, hug it in and hold it. Hold it, hold it. Then you're going to twist. You're going to take your eye gaze back. You're going to take your other opposite arm that's free. Round. Lift your chest high. Take your eye gaze round. If you're here and you're seated, we're here. It's the same twist, but this one just has a little bit more flexibility required. A real nice stretch on the glutes. Hug your knee in. Really hug it in. Lift your chest really high. One more deep breath. And take your eye gaze back. Swap it over. So this side, you might think, oh, I definitely can get this leg over. That's not a problem at all. Each side is different. Hug your knee in. Hug it in right to your chest. Take that free arm back. Twist. Lift your chest up high and take your eye gaze to the back. Take your eye gaze to the back of the room. Feel that stretch in your bottom. That's where this is a really nice stretch for your bottom as well as your obliques. If we're here in our seated position, we can still lift our chest high and feel it in the obliques. There's still a twist. One more deep breath. And let it out. And come back. We're going to open out our legs really nice and wide. We're going to completely counter that pose from that squished up pose to open pose. So make sure you're on your sit bones. Really get those, flay those bum cheeks open and you're sitting on your sit bones. You shouldn't be clenched up or feel any breeze. Really sit nice, tall, proud, toes up at the side. Yeah, toes up at the side. If this is as wide as your legs will go, this is as wide as your legs will go. Can't ever stress that enough. Open them out if you can. How wide can you take them? How wide? Take your left hand onto the floor. Left hand onto the floor. You're going to rise your right arm up and we're going to lean to the left. Lean to the left. Keeping our toes up to the ceiling so we stretch our hamstrings all the time. Your option here, if you can get your elbow right down on the floor is an option, but I don't want you to reach over, reach to the side. I love this stretch. It's really nice on these obliques. Come back. So keeping our toes up as much as we possibly can. If things start to roll forward because it hurts, then let it. Yeah, I don't want you to feel pain. Take your right hand onto the floor. Lift your arm up high and bring it over to the side. So our biceps should be touching our ear almost, rather than it coming down in front of us. Your option, remember, take your elbow to the floor. Oh, there's a deeper stretch. There's the deeper stretch. Really deep breath. Lift it up. Arms up high in the air. Arms up high in the air. You're going to tip forward, keeping those toes up to the ceiling. Bring your face as close to the floor as you can. If your hands are the only thing that's touching the floor and your head's just hanging there, that's fine. But try and walk your hands out a bit further to get yourself down. But have a little look at your legs. Are our toes still up to the ceiling? If they're rolling forward because they hurt, that's fine. But if you really think, oh, they're rolling forward because I'm not concentrating or trying to keep that pressure on, take them out, come forward. Really deep breath here. Breathe it in. And let it all out. That exhale. See if we can get a little bit closer to the floor. A little bit closer. Come on up. Come on up. Bring your legs together. We're going to lie down the last couple of minutes. Lovely. Lie back. Oh, this is nice. Going to lie back. And I just want you to keep your eyes closed. Eyes closed. Toes to the ceiling. Hands, let them fall where they need to fall. And keep your eyes closed. And try and clear your mind just for a little bit. Try and clear that mind for a little bit. So we don't want to think about anything that's going on just yet. Yeah? Keep it nice and clear, that mind. This is going to be your only 2 minutes maybe this morning that you won't have anything to do right now. No instruction of anything. 2 minutes of doing nothing. Nice. I want you to screw your face up. Screw your face up and then relax it. Bring your shoulders all the way up to your ears and then relax them. And then I want you to squeeze your tummy in. So pushing your back to the floor, like you're being engulfed by the floor. We've still got our eyes closed. Let that release and let everything just hang. Then you're going to squeeze your bottom. Squeeze those bum cheeks together as tight as you can. And feel how nice it is just to let them go. Feel how nice it is just to let that all relax. Scrunch up your toes for me. Yeah, scrunch up those toes that keep you walking all day. Scrunch them up. And then feel how nice it is just to let them relax and be released. Bring yourself to a seated position. So roll to your side, come up, cross your legs, or sit in any way you like. I'm going to wish you a fabulous rest of Thursday and a great weekend. Namaste. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch all our other classes. I'll see you next week.